this is Caprice number 2 of Niccolo Paganini and my Paganini challenge, where I will play all of the 24 Caprices of Paganini. So last week I managed to play number 1, Caprice number 1, and this week I will, in few days, I will take care of Caprice number 2 and its challenges. So for me it's very important to decide which kind of bowing I will use. Either because there are dots above the nose, so and try to play, you know, as short as possible, or I use really spiccato, which for me is better for the character of the piece and also for the music which is coming. So we will explore in few days, and I will try to do my best to play this Caprice number 2, which is quite challenging. Hi, so this is Caprice number 2 of Niccolo Paganini and my Paganini challenge. So I think there are many challenges in the number 2 Caprice, of course, but the bowing and the crossing of the strings is very difficult in some places. But if I just try the beginning and few bars in, I have to think of not doing too much work with my hand and with my elbow. So it shouldn't be like and be always late with the elbow. The hand has to be prepared for all kinds of positions. So the best is to be prepared like in the middle of the strings, and incorporate all the movements and touch the E string and the G string from like the position of A and D, right? So and just do this kind of like circle movement, just touch here and touch here, and very free wrist, not right. That would make so much noise and so much effort, even in the beginning. I don't do that. So think about it, it's not only for Caprice number 2, it's all for all kinds of wonderful music we have for violin. Not to overdo anything, just be really free, safe and relaxed and prepared. There are many tricky places in Caprice number 2 of Niccolo Paganini. One of the most difficult for me is this one. So what I have to think of after the 6th, which is not so difficult. So how do I catch this 10th? So we finish in third position, and I prepare my pinky on the C sharp and go down from the pinky down, not the other way, you know, not from first finger to the fourth, but from the fourth down. So sort of here and continue down, which is really far away from the fourth. And now so if you practice scales, it should be okay, but you have to get there first. And plus, in Paganini Caprice number 2, you have to have enough space under the pinky. So I practice it this way. very, very, very hard, and you can't over practice it, otherwise your hand, and you could get tendonitis. So you have to be very, very careful with those kind of spots. So yesterday I was talking about this tense, but it continues, right, in Caprice number 2 of Niccolo Paganini, which is sort of part of my Paganini challenge. So you always have to remember when you play tenth, which is sort of out of any kind of position depending on your hand, if you have to stretch more or less. So this is little stretch, and now a lot of stress. So how far I go with the first finger? So how do I get to that position? So I remember this, how far, the distance, but because this other note is a G sharp, not G, and I have to remember that I have to put my finger, the first finger, 1/2 note up, right? And now get together. And so on and so forth. So always try to remember and learn exactly the distance between your, of course, all of the fingers, but in tenth, between the first and fourth finger. That's what I really have to work on in Caprice number 2. My Paganini challenge continues with playing through Caprice number 2, which I've practiced for last 4 days. So let's go for it.
Thank